Dog wash stations. This sounds awesome because you can leave the mess to someone else to clean up, and yet you can go home with a nice and clean and super fluffy doggy. What is the goal with dog wash stations? Which, in other words, could be phrased, what you need to keep an eye out for to keep your doggy comfortable for doggy wash stations like do-it-yourself stations and pet supply shops. So it's going to be a pleasant experience for all of you. Let's take a look at the goals. Comfortable bathtub. Easy to get in, easy to get out, comfortable standing, sitting, laying in there, ideally elevated from groomer's perspective, walk-in for large and elderly doggies. You're gonna need a non-slip mat and powerful water flow to penetrate the skin. Now, I wanted to stop here a little bit because oftentimes in doggy wash stations, the water flow is so powerful that puppies or sensitive doggies to sounds and sensations, they will not tolerate that kind of power of water flow. So before you would book an appointment to get your doggy washed and cleaned up there, I would just ask to go in there and check the water pressure and ask them whether you are they are okay with you removing the shower head in case it's possible, and to modify the water pressure and the sensation for your doggy so it's not gonna mess up their behavior and neither will mess up their coat. A quiet water flow to keep the doodle comfortable. It's kind of the same what I was talking about with home washing. You need an equipment which is the most quiet, the possibly super quiet, and shower heads are oftentimes not fall into that quiet category. So just go ahead and check it, and I'm absolutely sure that they're gonna let you go in and check the sound of the water for like 2-3 seconds without your doggy, or your doggy a little bit further away so they're not gonna freak out in case it's too loud. And then you can decide yourself whether it's okay or you need to find another dog wash station. Single stations to avoid distractions and the wiggly doodle. Oftentimes I see one or at least two doggy wash stations, which are not separated with anything, but two tubs are right near each other. In case your doggy can stay still, and with doodles is oftentimes a challenge. So in case you can have it for yourself and you go in at a time when no one else will go there, that's perfect. In case it's a busy station and doggies are coming and going all the time, then you might want to either rent out both of the spots to keep your doodle still and comfy, or you need to find one which has single stations. If you are living in an apartment complex, oftentimes they do have dog wash stations and you can get it for yourself. I really like those type of dog wash stations because they tend to be less busy. You can find your own spot. They will give you the time, since you don't need to pay for that. They can give you the time. You can close the door on you and no one will get in until you are done, and that's gonna keep your doodle very comfortable, and you as well. With doodles, any kind of grooming steps, but especially for the bath part, it's super important to keep them chill because they're gonna be all wet and soapy and they're gonna slide and it's gonna be all slippery all over. So we really need to make sure that they're gonna be as comfortable as possible, because intervening on a slippery doggy whenever you are totally soapy from top to bottom, it's not gonna help anyone.